In this world, heroes are born, battles are fought, bonds are formed, legends are forged. What's up, agents? Zero here. Welcome to Tiny Dice Dungeon. Now, here's the thing, guys. Hear me out on this. I know I did Random Game Friday last week. I don't normally like doing Random Game Friday more than 1 week in a row, but just hear me out on this. I have two reasons why I wanted to play this game. Number one, I absolutely love this game. I think if you guys were to give this game a try, you're going to like it as well. Obviously, you're going to watch this video first to see if it's worth getting. It is completely free to download. It is one of my favorite mobile RPGs of all time. I've been playing it since before I got into YouTube, since before I got even into the Minecraft community. This is a lot of fun for me. And number two, the developers, Springloaded, recently announced over on their Discord server, they announced that Tiny Dice Dungeon 2 is currently in progress. And I'm seeing some massive stuff going up on Tiny Dice Dungeon 2. They're doing a lot of work. There's going to be a lot of new stuff implemented that's not in this game. I'm looking forward to that game 100%. Springloaded, you guys have my 100% support on that game, even if I can't support you monetarily. But yeah, you guys have my support there. So this is, as I mentioned, a mobile RPG. Now, I do in fact have save data on my cloud. However, I didn't have it installed because I want to show you guys the basics of this game before I actually load in my save data. And before I go any further, I just want to mention this game is free to play. You can get it on Android, iOS, and as well, there is a third-party website called Congregate, which I'll have a link to all three versions of the game in the description, that you can go and play it on a browser in Flash. You can play this game in three different ways. You can play it on iOS, Android, and PC on browser, which is actually, we'll have a link to all three of them in the description. I can't 100% promise the iOS part, but I will do my absolute best. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So we are going to get started. So this is your hero. These are the monsters that must be defeated. And there are several tutorials in this game. There's not too many, but I'm just going to go through at least this first tutorial so you guys get an understanding of this game. I'm going to skip the rest of the tutorials and go straight to my cloud save data after this first set of battles. So these are the monsters that we, as I mentioned. Stop the dice to build your attack power. This is the core mechanic of the game. You have rolled 9 attack points so far. Now select the enemy which you wish you want to attack by tapping on them. Well, I actually want to attack this guy because if I remember correctly, he actually has a little bit more health than the other one. And I do know, in fact, this is a Resident Evil Eye. And the other one, which apparently I can't select anymore, is a green tear. Now, I don't know the names of all the monsters because I actually have not gotten through the entire game, but I know quite a few of the monsters. Okay, so I just took 9 damage from here. Now, the monsters will attack your hero, and I only have 100 health, so I'm not too worried about them. There is no limit to the number of dice that can be rolled. That is a very important thing to understand. Now I need to go ahead and tap this button. Rolling a 1 will cause the attack to be missed and the turn forfeited. So as you can tell, he just rolled a 1, therefore he forfeited his turn and was not able to attack. Now this is not the case for all dice. There are certain dice where a 1 either does not exist because there are certain dice that can only roll a certain number or higher, and there are certain dice in this game of which ones can exist, but they do not actually cause you to fail your turn. So let me go ahead and roll this, and I got double 6, so I did 24 attacking. Monster with more points than required earns health for your hero. So I'm actually going to attack the Resident Evil lobby because he only has 6 health, which is a lot less. Well, in comparison, it's a lot less to 10. So it's going to take 6 damage. In return, I'm going to get 18 health back. That's how this works. Hold to collect, and I got some coins out of this. And he just missed his attack. So now I just need to go ahead and start rolling. And I just missed my turn, which is a bit unfortunate. Now, there's actually a mechanic to this game that is not in this first tutorial, apparently for whatever reason. Okay, 13 damage. I should get my full health back. There we go. So there's a mechanic in this game which I do not know whether or not is actually going to be in this first boss battle. I doubt it. And I'll discuss this mechanic when we actually manage to get into an official battle when I load my save file. Actually, this took a lot less time than I thought it was going to, so I'm actually going to end up playing the next tutorial level. I'm not going to do all the tutorial level, but I'm going to play a few of the tutorial levels, not too many. Remember, roll as many dice as you want, but roll one and you'll miss your chance to attack. I wish we had more time to prepare and teach you, but we need you now. The monsters are more aggressive than ever since the forest was burned down. Take these Phoenix Up feathers as they might come in handy. Godspeed. Okay, so we just encountered all these monsters, which I was going to read off their names, but I didn't get to it in time. Alright, so we just leveled up our character. We now have 110 health. Okay, and now 3 levels from attacking a new battle dice slot. Basically what that means, swipe right to go to the town. This is our hometown. The monsters attacked us recently. Most people fled as the buildings were destroyed. This is why it falls on you to search for everyone and help restore our town. Okay, so this is the main mechanic in the game for the first while of this game. I actually have the entire town all completely built up and restored 100% on my save file. But I can help prepare this building to begin rebuilding our town. Most buildings are useful for you. This one can restore captured monsters. Okay, repair this building. And we just managed to repair this building. Remember, complete quest to find people. People can repair buildings. Buildings let you do more things. Swipe to return to quest selection so we can start catching monsters. And I do believe in this next battle, the abandoned shrines, we will get our glimpse of being able to catch monsters. This is an important factor of the game because this will add party members to your team. Now, if you guys remember, up here it said, and that's not what I wanted to do, if I go up here it says Phoenix Up 5, and apparently I can't actually tap in the hole because it does that. What Phoenix Ups do is if you or one of your teammates dies in battle, you can use a Phoenix Up and it'll restore your health by a certain amount, which you can get Phoenix Up bonuses eventually once you unlock the shop. And that'll increase how much health you have back when you revive something. Alright, so this is where the story starts to begin a little bit. You do have this little train that takes you into battle. Alright, some enemy monsters can be captured. Roll the exact number when displayed to catch a monster. So if I go ahead and do this, now I can attack the monster, and I just caught this monster. I just caught him. Now, I don't remember the full details of this particular monster. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention there's actually a little bit of a bug in this game, which I wish the developers would actually do something about to fix. So, apparently whenever you capture a monster or end a battle, the music cuts out, and the only way to fix it is to go into the settings menu and change the volume a bit. I wish they would actually take some time out and fix this bug. I know the developers, Springloaded, are currently working on other projects, but please, come on, fix this. This is something that needs to be done. It's been like this for a long time. Okay, so I need to roll a 10, and I just overrolled, which means I don't capture it, but I do destroy it. So the monster I caught earlier, I got, but I did get some loot from this monster. I got a dice shard, and I'm now up against this boss. Now, as far as I'm aware, I think they're working on, in Tiny Dice Dungeon 2, to be able to capture bosses. However, in this game, that mechanic does not exist. Okay, I rolled a 27. I think I'm good. Rolling a 27 for right now. Okay, so this is apparently a bok bird. I didn't even realize. I don't know these monsters all that well, even though I've been playing this game for a long time. So you cannot capture bosses, as I mentioned, but they're working on making that a possibility in Tiny Dice Dungeon 2. And at the end of every dungeon, you guys saw this in the first dungeon I did, and you'll see this on every single dungeon if you play this. In fact, when I actually load my cloud save data, you will see this. You will have chests that you can choose to loot from. So we just encountered Triclops, Buzzo, and Bok Bird, and we also captured Buzzo. So we've got quite a bit of quest loot. We leveled up to level 2, so we got a plus 10 HP bonus. Adventure is 2 levels from unlocking a new battle dice slot. Alright, now apparently I saved someone else. So select the monster enclosed to match your captured monsters. So I can go ahead and put this monster in, and it will actually end up fighting for me. Now, that is the core mechanic of this game. So let me go ahead and go to cloud save and load my cloud data, because I just wanted you guys to understand how this game worked, and then I want to actually get into a real battle. I mean, it technically is labeled as a real battle, I guess. So let's go ahead and load from cloud. Yes, I want to load from cloud. This is going to take a little bit of time, and I want to go ahead and use this. And there we go. Now, something I want to go ahead and mention really quick. Let me go ahead and go down to this one right here. Now, I want you guys to take a look at my character. Right down here. Does this guy look familiar at all to you? It should, because my profile picture on pretty much everything I do aside from my YouTube channel icon is this exact guy, except in a different color. He's wearing blue. This is actually something that you can no longer get. You can no longer get this costume. When I first downloaded this game, there was a sale going on, and I got this costume for free. That sale has since ended. You can no longer get this costume, but I've been using this costume ever since. But yeah, that's basically what's going on here. So let's actually go ahead and get into an actual battle. So let me go ahead and show you, actually I need to tap on this. Let me go ahead and show you my team. I've got 3 mutant mushrooms, as they're called. And take a look. They've got poison dice. They have, this one has a ×2 attack dice. However, I have not unlocked the last dice slot on these other 2 as of yet. So I only have 3 dice for each of them. However, this one I can at least attack twice. And also, if you take a look down at the bottom where it says select items, actually if I go down in here, these are all the items that I've collected. No RPG would actually be complete without being able to have some sort of monster, well obviously monster, but without some sort of items that you can equip to increase your stats. I'm not going to get into how they work with stats, because I know you guys, if you guys want to play this game, I know you'll be interested, but as far as this video is concerned, I'm not going to get into that. So let's go ahead and go into Dark Glade, and we are now going to go ahead and go into a battle. So up here I've got, over here on this side I have 5 Phoenix ups. I have a +4 Phoenix Up Plus, which that increases how many times that how much health I get back when I use a Phoenix Up. I have +4 right here. This is a monster catcher helper, if I remember how it's called. Yeah, this is the monster catcher. I'm not gonna buy it, but this increases how high you can roll past the monster's health in order to capture. And then over here I have XP boost, which you can buy triple of. The monster catcher, as I mentioned. This is an XP focus, which what this does is it takes all the XP earned from a battle and focuses it on a single monster, the monster that requires the most XP, in that the monster that is the least experienced. And this is an XP shield. If any monster dies on the field, or you die on the field, that monster or you do not get any XP. But if you have this shield on, this will actually shield you and make sure that you get the XP that you earn. I'm not going to focus on any of it. I just wanted to show you guys what all this does. So let's go ahead and get into this dungeon. I've got my little character, and I've got my 3 mutant mushrooms. Now, something I did not mention is that when you get far enough into the game, there are variations of different monsters. This mushroom that I have right here is the default mutant mushroom. As you go through the game, you'll eventually be able to unlock the ability to encounter other variations of monsters. That's why I have these 2 different colors of the mutant mushroom. So now that I've done enough talking, let's go ahead and battle. So before I actually go ahead and showcase what's going on here, so as you can tell, I have an attack of 14 and a poison of 10. That's because I rolled a 2 on my attack dice and I rolled a 6 on my double attack dice. That does technically account for 14. And I also have 10 on my... Actually, I just realized that my attached items don't actually do anything for my hero. I just realized that. However, when we actually get into my mutant mushroom here, this is where things kind of add up. So I just rolled a 2 on my double on my... actually that doesn't do me anything. Why are my items... Actually, no, never mind. My items are in fact doing exactly what they are supposed to do. The items I have equipped are actually made specifically for my poison attack, which I actually completely forgot. That's why I had it set to. So I just rolled a 2. This is technically a triple attack dice, so if it was a 2, it would technically be 6. But if you take a look, I have an attack damage of 11 on poison. Basically, what's happening is that these items I have equipped here are increasing the amount of damage I'm doing with poison. And this green dice that I'm rolling here, as you can tell, I rolled a 1, nothing happened. This is actually a health dice. And so let me go ahead and continue attacking. Now, here's a mechanic that I want you guys to take a look at. I was trying to explain this, but it wasn't appearing in the tutorial level. So if you look on this side of the screen, when I go ahead and roll my dice, if I roll 1 dice, I just rolled an attack dice. Now you can see I have a dice block right there. If I roll again, I have another dice here. This is what is technically known as risky dice. And the way it works is that the more you roll your dice, obviously the higher your attack power will be, but the higher of a risk you get of rolling a 1. And if you have whatever amount of risky dice you have up here, that will actually give you money at the end of your turn. So as you can see, I have 6 risky dice right here. If I go ahead and attack this guy right here, this is going to turn into money for me. So that's exactly how it ends up working. And for me personally, I like to go up to 6 risky dice per individual attack. Now here's something that you're noticing. These are not normal dice that he's attacking with. This is actually an elemental monster. And elemental monsters can actually attack other elemental monsters. I said that weird. They can attack other elemental monsters with their element and do either increased damage, or they can do less damage. It all depends on, like, for example, if you've ever played Pokemon, like, obviously, who hasn't played Pokemon? Certain types of attacks are strong against certain types of Pokemon and weak against others. That's basically what's going on here. So now, all I've got left to do is actually finish this dungeon, and this is actually the shortest dungeon out of the sub-area that I chose. And this might actually take a little bit of time, admittedly. I might actually end up not finishing this dungeon because I've already talked long enough and I have reached the 20-minute mark on my video. So unfortunately, I'm probably not going to end up finishing this battle. But at least you guys get an understanding of how this game works. And I'm actually looking 100% forward to Tiny Dice Dungeon 2. I don't know how long it's going to take, because that is that in another project that they are currently working on, which is going to be released to Steam and Nintendo Switch, called Obulus, which unfortunately I can't really give any support to the developers because I don't have the funding to do that. The only thing I can do is say good luck on it. It looks like it ought to be a little bit of fun. And that's all I'm going to say about the developers' projects for right now. They're working on, as I just mentioned, Obulus, which is, I said, is for Steam and Switch, and then they're working on Tiny Dice Dungeon 2. They actually have another game currently in progress, but they've got the two games I just mentioned as their top priority. So the other game, which I'm going to leave unnamed for right now, I'm looking forward to it as well. So I'm hoping the developers will actually get to work on that project here before too long. Alright, now that I've basically wasted enough time talking to you guys about this game and what the developer is doing, I think the rest of my commentary is just going to be solely focused on the battle at hand. And something I have noticed that for whatever reason, one seemed to be fairly frequent. For whatever reason, I've had a lot of problems being able to attack, because ones happen quite often. And something I probably didn't really explain too well, actually I didn't explain well, is how the poison works. I use poison. I kind of sort of explained the whole attributes. Like, this guy actually has force attribute, but he doesn't do anything because I don't have any monsters that are either strong or weak against him, so I can't really showcase that. But how the poison works is basically, you see the 54 above his health. At the start of his turn, he will take however much damage equal to the amount of poison that he has. And it will get cut in half. Although, admittedly, it's actually a little bit more than half because I looked it up. Monsters with attributes such as force have somewhat of a defense to poison, so ordinarily they go down by half in poison each time they start their turn. And that's part of the reason why I like poison as much as I do, is because it can take down enemies pretty quickly. See, take a look. He has 52 poison damage up here, but down here, he only has 24 health. Regardless of whether or not I manage to successfully kill him in this turn. In fact, all I can simply do right now is do this and just simply increase his poison damage and do nothing else. He is going to die regardless. And I actually want to go ahead and roll my health dice as well. So he's got 24 health, 113. Okay, so he just died, and I got a whole bunch of money for that. And yeah, this is going to be a bit of a longer dungeon, so I'm not actually going to end up finishing this battle because I've definitely gone past my normal limit that I like to go to whenever I record these kind of videos. I've gone over 20 minutes, which is why I normally like to go to. I'm at 25 right now, so hopefully you guys at least understand the concept behind this game. I want you guys to at least try this game out for yourself. I find it to be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to, as I mentioned before, to the upcoming sequel, Tiny Dice Dungeon 2. So good luck to Springloaded on that project. But other than that, this is actually where I'm going to go ahead and end off this video. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Well, more than make sure to hit that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCPU0 to stay updated. This has been Zero Studios. Thank you guys for watching. Regular Minecraft content will return not only tomorrow, but also at the same time next Friday. So I'm not going to do 3 random game Fridays in a row, just because I figured you guys would appreciate that. But yeah, with that, I will see you guys later.